How's it going, everyone? Trans rights are human rights, are civil rights. I just wanted to talk kind of briefly about a couple things that are going on. Starting with the positive. Last month, one of my favorite YouTubers, Harry Brewis, aka H-Bomber Guy, he did a pretty cool thing. You know, not every thing has to be cut and dry. There are different ways to be an ally and an activist. And he decided to launch a charity stream for a charity in the UK called Mermaids. Now, there's a lot of misconceptions about this, mostly purported by hacks like Graham Linehan, who's a comedy writer, saying bullshit like, oh, they're getting kids on untested drugs. They don't give kids hormone therapy. That is a lie. I suggest you look into stuff for yourself about this matter. But that's not important. He's not important. Neither is H-Bomber Guy. On the real, like, what his stream did is more important and bigger than him. You know, he did raise over $300,000 or pounds, I guess, for this charity, which is amazing. He did it by playing fucking Donkey Kong 64 for like 60 hours. He just wanted to beat the game and decided that, you know, he'll stream it and do a charity drive for it. He didn't realize how fucking much of a phenomenon it would be, and the attention that it would attract, the media attention, the people that he got on the stream. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, who I'm critical of politically. I support her, and to an extent, as much as any New Deal Democrat. I am a libertarian socialist or anarchist. However you want to label me is not really important. I have a belief that pretty much anyone left of center is a potential comrade, is a potential convert, and so really what matters to me is the visibility that she granted. That's by going on that and for a couple minutes going on there and talking to them and saying trans rights or human rights or civil rights, and I think that's pretty amazing. The not so cool stuff, well, the big one you probably already know is the Supreme Court upheld Donald Trump's transgender military ban. Now, me, personally, I do not care for the U.S. military. I believe that they are a force of global empire and oppression around the world. But the fact that they are being excluded from service is a backdoor for further discrimination and persecution, ways to push them out of public spaces, and it's an attempt to erase trans people. Let's see what else. In Utah, they're trying to amend the way that people can change their birth certificates, trying to define gender. Basically what we know the Trump administration wanted to do is define a person's gender by their genitalia at birth. Now, this is a problem on its face, but it's also something that you might not consider, is that it's erasing intersex people. It's also erasing people who have rare like, granted, intersex people with it's called Swyer syndrome. A person can be born with an XY chromosome but functioning regular female reproductive organs. It doesn't matter how small of a contingent in our population they are people, they have rights, and they need to be respected, and they need the equal protection under the law. They need to be able to get the same health care that I am able to get. And it's appalling what they're trying to do in Utah. There is some pushback from some of the more liberal legislators, people that are, responsible for that. But, in the end, I don't see it being enough. I think that more people need to be talking about this. People like me cisgendered people need to kind of lend their visibility and their privilege to this discussion if they consider themselves allies. They need to be informed on it. You know, you can't always count on people in the LGBTQ community to play teacher all the time. They have lives. They have lots of shit going on like everyone else. You know, so educate yourself. Don't be ignorant. There are lots of resources out there, like that charity, Mermaids, in the UK. It's easy to look up. It's easy to look into. They have resources for parents, resources for kids with gender dysphoria or kids that are, you know, gender non-conforming. And so, you know, it's up to you whether you want to remain ignorant.